I think we're live, people. Hello? 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 People, I think we're live. I think we're live. Let's try this one more time. Let's try this one more time. Oh my gosh, don't you dare drop frames on me. We're working. Try two. This is 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 try two. Try two. This is try number 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 two. Try number two. Okay, I gotta work. Okay, I gotta work on my shorts end. Okay, are we back up? Are we just rocking and rolling? I see. I think we're back up. Oh my gosh, guys, this is terrible. I am so sorry. I am so sorry that the Wi-Fi is bugging out right now. This is pissing me off right now. Okay, tomorrow after work. No excuses. Tomorrow after work. Right now. Okay, tomorrow after work. No excuses. Tomorrow after work, I'm buying an Ethernet cable. I'm buying an extension. Mark my words. Tomorrow, I'm buying one of these at Best Buy, but I'm gonna buy one because right now, this corner, left side of the room, my box is on the left side of the room. My tower is on the right side of the room. Mark my words. I'm gonna buy one of these tomorrow, and I'm gonna hook it up, plug it in, so that we don't run into this kind of issue because, oh my gosh, this is pissing me the hell off. But anyways, guys, I'm sorry. We're just gonna roll with it. I've sat here since 10:30, 10:40. So I've sat here for the last 25 minutes, 30 minutes, trying to get a script for you guys to, sound a little decent, not just kind of ramble as we go along here and screen record it. So, by damn it, I'm gonna give you a show and we're gonna talk about the sports. The chat's gonna be frozen. I'm not gonna be able to see the chat and it's gonna be laggy as hell. So be sure to watch it after we're done streaming so we can just push it through. You guys can watch it later, all right? So I've done all this work to put the damn thing on paper. So we're gonna have a show and we're just gonna talk about it and we're gonna have a damn good time, okay? And then hopefully maybe my Wi-Fi will stop acting like a little sucker and start working because it's at 9,000. Well, now it dropped down to 600 and now it's back up to 8,000 and now it's down to 5,000. Like my Wi-Fi is going shit crazy, but it doesn't matter. I thank you guys for being here. If you guys enjoyed what you're watching, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe button. I try to cover all things sports, a little bit of gaming here and there. And so yeah, be sure to subscribe and come on back. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna talk about today, there's some pretty big stories. There's one big story in college basketball. There's no real big stories in the NFL other than coach firings going on. Nothing real big in the NHL tonight. And so yeah, let's just get into it. Okay, the first thing I wanna talk about, let's talk about the NBA right now. The Heat were able to beat the Warriors tonight, 114-98. This is game 4, I believe. Butler's suspension. He's been suspended for a couple games, so we will not see Jimmy Butler. Honestly, I don't think we're going to see Jimmy Butler again in the Miami Heat jersey, which kind of makes me sad because he's my favorite player. Suns weren't able to get it done tonight against the Hornets. They lost 104-115. The Rockets bested the Wizards 135-112. Lakers lost to the Mavericks 97-118. The T-Wolves beat the Pelicans. Anthony Edwards, sorry, my bad. Ant had 32 points tonight, and this was also Zion Williamson's return. He's been dealing with injuries and all that going on, so he's coming back for this game. Pelicans came up short though, and they lost. And then Celtics and Nuggets played tonight. What could potentially be a preview for the NBA Finals. I know, at least for me personally, I predicted them to play each other in the 2024 NBA Finals. That was not the case. It ended up being the Mavericks versus Celtics, but that score ended up being 118-106. Westbrook, he had 26 points. Tatum had 29 points. There is context to this, though, and how the Nuggets lost. Jokic was out. He's out with a sickness, and so he did not play tonight. So Celtics were able to get it done tonight. And so those are some of the big stories and big headlines in the NBA. The Miami Heat, they are taking trade talks, if that makes sense, because they were first saying, we're not going to trade Jimmy Butler. We're not going to let him go. But they're allowing people to talk, and they're listening, and they want some of it to be creative. What do they mean by creative? Well, am I off center? Here, hold on, let me check something here real quick. Whoa, there we go, let me fix it. Let me fix it. Sorry, I think we're back. What do they mean by being creative? Draft picks. Nothing more than that, draft picks and that kind of compensation, because, I mean, Jimmy Butler's a big key piece. At least for me personally, I think he's a top 10 player in the NBA right now. Jimmy Butler's up there with, he's not up there with like Curry and LeBron, but I think Butler's better than Tatum. I think Butler's better than Jaylen Brown. I think Butler's better than, Booker, KD, Ant-Man. Because trying to compare him to a big like Jokic or Davis it's comparing apples and oranges. I'm just trying to compare him to other, Jamal Murray, people around his size, where it's bigs and everybody else, because you can't compare Anthony Davis to Booker. They're not the same. They play two different, yes, both of them huck up threes here and there, but they just play two different styles of basketball. You could compare Jokic to Davis, but you can't compare like Jimmy Butler to Wemby, or like it makes about this much sense. All right, so that's all the news in the NBA. Again, people, if you're watching on the shorts end or the horizontal stream, I am so sorry that it's laggy as hell right now. My internet is absolutely shit in the bed as we talk. Like right now it's at 25,000 kbps, and now it's at 17,000, drops to 15,000, drops to 561, and back up to 6,600, then 4,200. Like, it's just going up and down and up and down. The weather right here, it's a pretty windy night. It's pretty cloudy here in AZ. But like I said, I'm gonna buy one of these tomorrow. I'm gonna buy an extender, because I think if I just have it plugged into the router and then it goes straight into my computer, it won't affect anything, hopefully. Fingers crossed. But again, I don't know. It could be different. Okay, let's move to the NHL. There's not really any big news in the NHL, like trade requests or trade deadline stuff. As we're starting to get a little closer, we're a few weeks out from the All-Star break. There's a lot of talks about the MVP race heating up. There's one thing that talked about how, the Sabres, what can the Sabres do to try to rejuvenate their season? They talked about how one famous exec, and I'm just quoting it and talking about it, how the Rangers are a dumpster fire right now, and what one pro exec would do to, turn the team around. Like, who are they trading? Are they going to trade, Zibanejad? Are they going to trade all? And it's like, no, hold the line. You got rid of the captain because you thought the captain was the problem. It's weird. It's weird what's going on. And it's unprecedented what's going on with the Rangers right now. I need to watch a game. Today was just a busy day, with practice, coaching, and then played a little bit of softball tonight, stake activity. So I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been able to watch a Rangers game in a very long, because the last Rangers game I watched the Rangers beat the Penguins 6-0 earlier in this season. I watched the Rangers also, I think they beat the Hurricanes, or like this was early in October, like around Thanksgiving is when I kind of like just got distracted, started focusing more on football, and I have not been doing my due diligence watching hockey. So everything that has happened and transpired since around like the beginning of November to now, no clue. Like, if you told me, the biggest thing I know is that Ovi's almost under 20 away from beating Gretzky's record, but I know we're counting that one down. The thing that I wanted to talk about, what's some other big news? Like, I know the Penguins went on a win streak a little bit, but all for what? Like, they were already so many games behind. Anybody else doing well? I knew like the Jets were doing really good, but then they started to fall off a cliff. The Avalanche weren't doing so hot to the start of the season, but then they started to turn their season around. and start winning. So, yeah. All right, so let's talk about some of the games that were going on today. All right, so the two games that were going on right now, Vegas, which I want to double check. I want to check if Vegas, and I don't think Vegas and the Sharks are playing. Oh, last time I checked, it was 3-1, and Vegas was winning. But then I saw how it turned into 3-2. The overtime game against Calgary and the Ducks did end. Jonathan Huberdeau had the OT winner, so the Flames win that one in overtime. But the games that were already done, the Red Wings beat the Senators, Blue Jackets beat my Penguins in a shootout, Oilers beat the Bruins, Stars beat the Rangers, Tampa Bay beat Carolina, Toronto beat Philadelphia, Minnesota beat St. Louis, and the Jets beat the Predators. The Red Wings, how they got the win, Kaner turned back the clock a little bit. He had an overtime win against the Senators. I think it's been pretty fun to see Patrick Kane try to rejuvenate his career this late into it, because I'm not gonna lie, he's been an afterthought in a lot of roster spots. Like, look at how he did against, look how he did in a blue sweater for the Rangers back in 23. Look at what he's done with the Red Wings. The Red Wings right now, it's that one team where I think, if they just string a few games together, they could be like how the Panthers were back in 2023. You know what I mean? I think I don't think any team's just out of it just yet. You know what I mean? We haven't even reached halfway through this season. Comes down to it, math-wise, you just got to string together 16 games. Now, there's a lot more to it. Is your goalkeeper good? Is your defense good? How's your first line? Connecting, stop streaming. Hello. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 9, 10. I'm gonna count to 30. I'm gonna count to 30, and then I'm gonna keep rolling. I have the 10. Don't act like that. Okay, that's better. Better as bad Wi-Fi. I don't think it's good to have bad Wi-Fi. I want it to work. 142. Working. 30 seconds. 1155. 662. Okay, it looks like we're back on. Looks like we're back online. Sorry, people, if you're watching in the middle of the stream and then all of a sudden it cut. My Wi-Fi disconnected from the server again for the second time in this stream. I've only been streaming for 20 minutes, so I'm gonna go figure. It's just how the night's been going, but we're gonna just keep it rolling. Because I wrote this script out. I want to just talk about these sports with you, and then we'll just end the show. We'll try to better tomorrow, and have the live stream a little bit more smooth, so I can engage with the chat a little more. Because the chat's frozen right now. Chat's frozen right now. I can't see anything in the chat. I don't know how many views. I don't know how many likes. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how many people are watching. Just because everything's frozen on my end. I know it's streaming, but hello. Hold on. Wait, take three. 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 Okay, we're back on take three. Okay, my server just got out again. And it cut out right at the best point, because I was talking about, the modern era technically is everything in the Super Bowl. But the blueprint now for modern is exactly what's going on with Mahomes, where you come into a successful situation, you have a few Pro Bowlers to throw the ball to, a great top 5 defense, and a head coach that's an all-timer. You know what I mean? So how quick Mahomes was to having success in this league, that's the blueprint now from here on out. And what Dak Prescott has proven in these last 8 years can't even measure up to, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. I can't say the same about Justin Herbert. He has done better than Justin Herbert. He's had more winning seasons than Justin Herbert. But how many MVPs, how many offensive player of the years, he's only won one award, and it was him and Zeke their rookie year, because they just tore up the league their rookie year. But just Prescott's kind of just been average. He's been like Kirk Cousins. He's been like, who else? For a second there, like Mariota, Minshew. Who else am I? Just like not too crazy where Jameis Winston, where he'll get you a win here and there, but he's not going to win the big one. Geno Smith, that's another one. Sam Darnold. Baker to a point. I say that with an asterisk. Because I'll take Baker over Dak Prescott any day of the week. Like if I'm going to pay one quarterback $85 million for 5 years, 6 years, I'm going to pay Baker. I'm not going to pay Dak Prescott. So, yeah. Gosh, that was a long rant about Dak Prescott. Look, Cowboys suck. There's nothing to it. I think next year the division's going to go to Washington because for the last 22 years, there's been no back-to-back repeat champ. It's gone Eagles, Cowboys, Eagles, Cowboys, Eagles, Cowboys, And then Washington sprinkled in here and there back in like 2013 and then 2020. Washington's going to win it this upcoming year. Cowboys are going absolutely nowhere. The Eagles aren't going back-to-back. So the Giants? No. It's going to be Washington. So that's kind of like simple prediction. Would I put money on it? Maybe. Like not now. Not now, definitely. But yeah, Giants aren't going anywhere. Cowboys are going to probably blow it up. I would have blown it up a long time ago. After they lost to the 49ers back in 2023, I would have blown it up right then and there. Like they should not have played the 2023 season. They should not have played the 2024 season with McCarthy as the coach and Dak Prescott as quarterback. They should have just cut the cord, tried Trey Lance, but again, Jerry Jones will Jerry Jones. There's a reason why Cowboys have not won the Super Bowl since the 80s. Or was it in the 90s? Who gives a shit? I don't know. I'll say this. I wasn't alive. I have not witnessed with my own eyes since the day I was born the Cowboys reaching the NFC Championship game. I'm almost 30. Okay, here we go. Other stories going on right now. The Raiders fired their head coach Pierce. I think this was kind of a given. Obviously, he has no say in it. He was an intern coach, won the locker room over. Like when you got your star players like Devontae Adams leaving, and then now there's rumors Max Crosby might leave. You've lost the locker room. You might have won it by winning your last 2-3 games last season, but he's lost the locker room. And so, smart move by the GM to just get rid of him. Clean slate, try to bring someone in like Vrabel. I still to this day don't know why the hell Belichick is going to Chapel Hill, because Bill Belichick could have coached for, he could have coached for the Titans. He could have coached for the Raiders. He could have, like one of these teams that suck, that just fired their coach. You see what I mean? I think Bill Belichick could have easily filled in. I think Bill Belichick could have been an okay coach with Dallas, but no, he's going to go do the college thing, which is so sad considering how many wins he is away from having the all-time wins record. Bill Belichick needs that record. I would love to see Bill Belichick come back to the NFL and get that record. Do I think he will? Like, again, I said it in my North Carolina video prediction, when I heard the news break about, Bill Belichick going to Chapel Hill. Give it time. He's probably going to do 2-3 years at Chapel Hill. If they don't get an ACC championship appearance, at least a college football playoff berth, kind of a deep run or something. If he can't turn this program around within 3 years, he's out the door. He's out the door. It's that simple. Okay. So Raiders fire their head coach Pierce. The 49ers defensive coordinator Sorensen, he's out. Shocker. Defense sucked. Guess what? I wouldn't be surprised if the Bengals defensive coordinator got fired, which in fact, I think he got fired the other day. I will probably need to double check that, but if I'm not mistaken, the other day. Is this not live? Hey guys, are we live? Let me know. Are we live? Hello? Hello? Are we live? I think we're live. Hello? 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 I think we're live. If you guys can hear me, if you're enjoying what you're watching, please hit that like button. Come back for more streams. Please come back, for another stream in the future, because this one was pretty bad. There wasn't much to talk about. Plus, internet was super duper choppy. So be sure to come back. Treat your eye. We'll get you with a better stream next time. Okay, so the Dolphins, two more things out of the NFL that I wrote down at the bottom of the list here. We'll do that, then we'll talk about the draft order, and then I will wrap up the stream because it is 11:30, guys. Okay, so Dolphins are doing some damage control right now. There was a quote coming out from the GM, the request to trade in our interview. Well, yeah, no shit. Like Tyreek Hill's not going to come out and say, "Hey guys, here's our end of year interview where we talk about what I did well, what I didn't do well. I'd also like a trade." No, because I think as this has become a player-driven league, if Tyreek would have said, "Hey, I want to be traded behind closed doors," I think they could have shut it down easily and nobody would have known he wanted to get traded. You know what I mean? Where the GM and the coach are like, no. We're not going to let that news get out there. We can't lose an asset like you. But with how the players control their own destiny now, he doesn't talk to them. He jumps ahead on the story, post-game reaction. I know the tensions are high. And I know, a lot of people are frustrated after a loss, after losing the chance to go to the playoffs. Tensions are high. You're going to say stuff you probably regret. Hey, I'm out of here. It is what it is. He's not coming back. He's going to go to I think he's going back to Kansas City. It'd be fun to predict him going to, Buffalo and seeing Josh Allen throw deep balls to Tyreek Hill all day long, or him and Lamar Jackson teaming up with Derrick Henry like that, tandem. But to be real with you, I think Tyreek Hill's going to go. I think the next one who's going to be up because their contract's coming up is going to be Jalen Waddle. I think Jalen Waddle's out. I think Dolphins got a tough thing coming, which was weird because they brought so many defensive guys on board too. Thinking about, they brought in Chubb, they brought in Poyer. So the defense was kind of building depth and vamping up. And the offense, it's okay, the offense will figure itself out. But I mean, you start losing key pieces like Tyreek Hill. Yeah, Waddle's going to be next. Well, knock on wood. Hopefully Tua can, stay healthy. But Tua's one bad hit away from having another concussion. So, yeah. All right. So, yeah, Dolphins tried to do damage control, saying he didn't ask for a trade in their interview. He's not going to. He's going to jump ahead, say what's on his mind, and just let fillers, go out there. Because, hell, who knows? What's another sneaky team that's pretty good? I wouldn't say the Vikings. Justin Jefferson and Tyreek Hill on the same team. The NFL wouldn't allow it. Dude, and how lucky would freaking JJ McCarthy be? Again, perfect situation set up. Kevin O'Connell's an okay coach right now, but you're a rookie quarterback. Technically your rookie year, even though it's your second year. Your rookie year throwing dimes to Jefferson and Tyreek Hill? You kidding me? You should at least throw for 30 touchdowns that year. But that's neither here nor there. Okay, and then let's wrap it up. So then also the Titans fired their GM. No shocker here. You guys are the first overall pick. This season has been atrocious. So yeah, it does not surprise me that every single team outside of the playoffs, I wouldn't be surprised if clean house. If you don't have a franchise quarterback, if you don't have a heart and soul of the team on the defense, like a Chris Jones, like a Fred Warner, I would not be surprised if, because it's 7 on one side, 7 on the other, 30, 26, 16. I would not. Shit, now I gotta do math here. Let's do some quick math here. Come here. So here's our little math calculator guy. Okay, so if we have, damn it, how many? 4 teams times 8 divisions. 32. Why was I thinking there was 32? 30 teams, there's 32. So 32 minus 14 is 18. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if for the next couple weeks, at least 10 out of the 18 coaches are fired. Would not be surprised. Offensive coordinator's gone, defensive coordinator's gone, GM's gone, head coach is gone. Would not be surprised. Jags did terrible. Titans, okay, well, we'll see. But like Colts, Jaguars, Colts, Jaguars, Titans, Raiders, Jets. Like, Jets already got rid of Saleh. They're getting rid of more guys. I mean, there's just, I don't think Mike McDaniels from the Dolphins, I don't think he would get fired, but we already saw Jerod Mayo was a one and done deal, so we'll just see. Okay, all right, let's wrap it up here. Let's talk about the draft order, and then we will call it a stream, because, man, guys, it has been so choppy. I apologize. Tomorrow will be better. Tomorrow will be lots better, but be sure to hit that like button and come back. Okay, so the top 10, doesn't matter about the top 32 because, you know, it's going to change. Just give it time. So the number one team is the Titans. Titans need a lot. I would not be